want you to imagine you're boarding a plane, excited for your summer trip. You're dragging your suitcase along with you, and then you get greeted by the pilot. Now picture that pilot. Now I want you to raise your hand if the pilot you pictured was a man. What if I were to ask you this again, but instead it were a construction worker or a surgeon? Now what about a preschool teacher or a nurse? Chances are most of us would have imagined a man for the first two and a woman for the last ones. Isn't it strange how even today we instinctively picture certain jobs as male or female? But it's not our fault. We've all been conditioned to think this way due to unconscious bias. But today, we can start changing that. Back when I was in primary school, I loved playing football. I even joined the school club. But there was one problem. There was no girls' team. Not because we weren't allowed to play, but because no girl had ever signed up before. Football was a boys' sport, or so people thought. So then I joined the boys' team, and honestly, I ended up loving it. Years later, when I rejoined the school, I saw something incredible. A primary girls' football team full of enthusiastic players. The game had changed, literally. So why am I telling you this? Because this just isn't about football. It's about the opportunities we're given or not given because of outdated stereotypes. I mean, let's be honest, we've all seen this happen before. A girl hesitates before picking up a toy truck because she's told it's for boys, and a boy told that playing for dolls isn't for him. Or when a woman walks into a boardroom, it is assumed that she's the assistant rather than the CEO. We all want a world where opportunities is based on talent and not gender, but stereotypes creep into our minds before we even realize it. Have you ever been told that's not for you because of your gender? I have. Gender equality isn't just about fairness. It's about progress, innovation, and unlocking human potential. Women are still underrepresented in engineering, technology, and leadership roles. And when half of the population is discouraged from these fields, we lose out on ideas and breakthroughs that could change the world. And the stakes are actually higher than we might think. Stereotypes aren't just harmless assumptions. They shape the world around us in ways we don't always see. Here's a number for you. 25. That's how many countries have women as head of state or government worldwide. Just 25 out of 195 countries. And at this rate, full gender equality in leadership would be achieved in year 2155. That's more than 5 generations. 5 generations. This means none of us will even live to see it. That's how deep this runs. And it's not just about politics. Look at corporate workplaces. Women start off nearly equal, holding half of entry-level jobs. But as they climb the ladder, the numbers drop. Only 4 out of 10 women make it to management. And at senior levels, just 3 out of 10 VPs and C-suite executives are women. So what's happening? Is that we're still using the same old keys. Even the new ones could open better opportunities. Now let's take a look at our own school as an example. Here are the senior leaders across all 3 schools. Notice anything? Now I know Mr. Sanderson and Mr. Johnson are sitting right here thinking, why did we agree to front row seats? It's okay, I'm not coming for your jobs yet. Now this isn't to say they aren't deserving of the roles, but it does make you wonder, why aren't there more women in these positions? And why should we care? Diversity isn't just a buzzword. It's how teams stop repeating old answers and start asking better questions. Companies with more women in leadership aren't just doing the right thing. They're actually 25% more profitable. For example, Iceland. It consistently ranks number 1 globally for gender equality. Companies must prove they pay men and women equally through equal pay certification, ensuring fairness. To promote balanced leadership, gender quotas require more women in top positions. Additionally, parental leave policies support both parents in sharing childcare, helping women stay in the workforce. And the results speak for themselves. Iceland ranks 13th in GDP per capita, a success truly linked to a strong commitment to gender equality. In contrast, Egypt, where women's labor participation remains low, ranks 153rd. So how do we fix this? It starts with representation. When women see other women in leadership, it sparks the belief that they can achieve the same. Take Angela Merkel. Her leadership as a Chancellor of Germany for 16 years showed the world the impact of a woman at the highest level of politics. Merkel's journey from scientist to one of the most influential leaders globally inspired countless women and their ability to shape their future. When more women step into these roles, they not only change how leadership looks for themselves, but also for the next generation watching. But visibility alone isn't enough. We need action. Schools and workplaces need to go beyond just discussing diversity and actually implement change. It's not simply enough to announce diversity goals in hiring or promotion. We need policies that create real impact. For example, mentorship program that pair women with leaders who can guide them, equal pay for equal work, and flexible work options to help balance career and family life. We also need training tailored specifically for women. These actions are key to help women excel, grow, and reach their full potential in their workplace. So what can you do? Here's my challenge for you. After this talk, pick one thing, one small action you can take. Maybe it's joining a club you thought wasn't for you. Maybe it's encouraging your child to explore something outside the norm. Maybe it's supporting a friend who's breaking barriers in their own way. The truth is, actions speak louder than words. Change does not happen overnight, but small, deliberate steps taken together can build a movement that speaks volumes. And the next time you imagine a pilot, pause and ask yourself, why didn't you picture a woman? Because talent has no gender, and it's time the world caught up. Thank you.